Hey y'all, Nick here with another quick video. And y'all probably saw some of the videos I put up, the shorts, when me and the crew went up there to visit some family in Ohio. So we had a good time while we were up there, but you already know when Nick was up there, he had to bring back another project. Hold on. Yeah, y'all, so your boy picked up this John Deere 425 tractor. I've always wanted one of these things. The last time I've used one was late 90s, early 2000s. So this thing's already 25 years old. And you can tell it's got signs of a lot of wear. Some things I'm gonna fix and get working on. But that's why they're projects, right? So let me tell you why I just had to have one of these things. Now remember, this thing is from the late 90s. So even then, John Deere had so many features on this thing you just wouldn't believe. For instance, it's got tilt steering wheel, all right, power steering, cruise control. It has the automatic transmission, and everything's hydraulic on it. So everything works by these little levers or levers, however you want to pronounce it. And I mean, this thing is just like a car. Let me show you more. So looking at the hood, I mean, it is water cooled, just like a car. See the radiator hose, fan. I mean, this thing is set up just like a car with all the features. And back in the late 90s, when I first drove one of these things, I said, good Lord, this thing's just like driving a car. Power steering, tilt steering, just like, and you're mowing grass. So y'all, I've always been in love with these things. And as years pass, I never saw one again until now. A guy had one up in Ohio. I said, hold on, I'm on my way. So you already know, loaded this bad boy on the back of the pickup, drove it all the way down back to North Carolina, and here she is. So I got it sitting here beside my Craftsman GT lawn tractor. This one I'm gonna sell because I don't need two big tractors. Both of them have 20 horsepower motors in them, but I want you to hear the difference in the motors. Tell me which one runs more quieter, put it that way. Hold on. So I don't know if the mic's gonna pick it up, but I'm gonna start each one of them one at a time. You tell me which one sounds quieter. Hold on. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm gonna sell this one. I've had it for a long time, and I really don't need two big garden tractors. Even though I like to collect toys and stuff, I just don't have the room for both of these big things. So next project will be this thing. You can see it runs good, but let me show you the things that are not so good. Great. So again, this one has a 20 horsepower. This one also has 20 horsepower motor. They both have the big 23-inch tires on the back, about the same size front tires. The deck on this is a 46-inch deck. The John Deere has a 60-inch deck, so I can get a lot more grass cut in a faster time. Problem is, take a look at this and tell me what you see. So I pulled the deck off so I can start working on things and checking it out. But look at the top of this deck. Yeah, that's oil there that's dried now, sitting on the top of this deck, which means, yeah, I gotta figure out the oil leak. Yeah, it's got an oil leak, great. Let's take a look underneath. And you can see it's already been dripping oil since I got it here back in this garage. Plenty of oil there leaking down the front, so that's gonna be an issue. So you guys heard it. This thing runs good. I mean, it's over 25 years old and the engine's running good. But I gotta address this oil leak, and somewhere in there is where it's coming from. But everything is so covered in oil and debris, I have no idea where. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it outside, prop it up, and do a good pressure washing on it so I can see where this oil is actually coming from. But yeah, y'all, after I go through this thing and figure out where this oil leak's coming from and, you know, fix the little cosmetic things on it, this is gonna be a nice tractor I think I'm gonna hold on to. But oh, and there's one thing that I didn't show y'all, I forgot. This thing is equipped with, check this out, all-wheel steer system. Y'all know anything about that? Let me show you how this thing, hold on. All right, I got y'all up on the tripod. Check out how this thing steers, man. This is pretty cool, hold on. Demonstrate this for y'all. Hey, y'all, did y'all see that? Did y'all check that out? Is that not cool or what? Yeah, so essentially, this traditional lawn tractor is like a zero turn because of the way it steers. It'll turn you right in a circle just like a zero turn. Isn't that cool? And I'm telling you, these things, 25 years old. It's crazy, the technology and how that stuff works out. But anyway, yeah, I got to get this oil leak fixed out. Put this deck weighs 500,000 pounds. It's ridiculous, but I mean they were built to last. So yeah, it's pretty solid. Hey y'all, so after a cleanup of the area and taking some things apart, I think I have discovered said oil leak. So let me put some light on the subject. So right here, so I removed the battery so you can see it better. But right here is the drain plug for the oil when you're doing the oil change, and this little valve here, I think, has a bad seal in it, and even though I've tightened it as tight as I can get, it still wants to drip oil. You see the spot's not as big as it has been, so I did slow down the leak a little bit, but yeah. So right there is a little drain hose for where when you're draining the oil, it comes out and it's dripping out of there and leaking down this power steering cylinder and then falling to the floor. So at least I found out where the leak's coming from because I cleaned up the top of the engine and I don't see any oil leaks up top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain the oil because I need to do an oil change anyway, and take that valve off there and check the O-rings and seals in it and see if I can get that thing to stop leaking. So yeah. All right, y'all, I'm draining the oil. Y'all done seen me do oil changes before, but I took that valve off that I suspect is leaking. There's the reason why it's leaking. And look here, got it all. And these O-rings on these things can go bad. So you see that rubber O-ring there on the end. I'm gonna change that. But let's see if I can get the light just right. If you look in here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick it up on camera, But if you look inside this valve here, see that little, there's an O-ring inside there, and it's kinked. It's got a kink in it and it's ripping. So I think that's the reason why this thing was leaking. It wasn't doing a complete seal on it. But yeah, this valve here turns in and out, and when you turn it all the way in, it's supposed to make a complete seal to keep the oil from leaking. So yeah, so that was the deal on it. I'm gonna unscrew this all the way, put a new O-ring seal on it, and hopefully, well, that'll stop the oil leak. Hey y'all, like I said, I didn't want to hold y'all up too long, man. I just wanted to give y'all a little update on Nick's next project on this John Deere 425. Get it going, make it look good. But as always, man, I appreciate y'all hanging in there with your boy Nick. Y'all please hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one.